Hey, what's going on, guys? It's your boy Chris coming at you with another episode of Blunt Talks. Today, I just want to talk a little bit about THCA. Not THC, THCA. So basically, I went to the dispensary recently and I noticed that all this expensive cannabis that I've been buying, like 65 an eighth, and on the label it has a breakdown of how much of everything it is in percentages, as far as CBD, THC, THCA, so on and so forth. So I started realizing that all of these strains, they have a high percentage of THCA and sometimes a 0% of actual THC, or very low amounts of THC. So I decided to do some research on it because I didn't know what it was. And I've been smoking for all these years, and I just thought it was crazy that I really had no idea what THCA was. So like I said, I did a little bit of digging, did some research, and I found out that THCA is actually only found in raw cannabis. So when I say raw cannabis, I mean like flower, like what we use to smoke, what we use to get high. The most common way that most people that use cannabis get high is through flower. So what it is flower has THCA in it. Now, THCA, the A stands for acid, so it's THC acid. And THC, it's a big word. I don't feel like doing all that, so I'm just gonna stick with THC acid. So basically, it's not psychoactive. It doesn't get you high. So basically, if you just took a bud, popped it in your mouth and swallowed it, you wouldn't feel anything. Nothing. It will not get you high. So what happens is, when you put flame to cannabis, the THCA turns into THC, in which gets you high. Now, this method, I don't know if you heard this, is called decarboxylating. Decarboxylating is the process of taking cannabis, heating it up to a certain temperature so it activates. And what I mean by activate, the THCA turns into THC, and then in turn will bind to your receptors, your cannabinoid receptors, and get you that high feeling that you get when you smoke weed. So that's why it's a high percent. And then if you're buying raw flower, you're looking for a high amount of THCA, because the higher the amount of THCA is in your cannabis, the more THC that it's going to produce when you smoke it and put a flame to it. So I mean, and this is another thing. Now, THCA, it's actually used for a lot of medical things. THCA is used for medicinal purposes. It's for stomach problems. It's supposed to be good for inflammation, pain, a bunch of stuff. And the only way that you can take it is if you take raw flour without heating it at all, and just grinding it into a smoothie or something like that. But that's how you would take THCA, and like I said, that will not get you high. But there is medical benefit to just taking raw THCA. So you have to decarboxylate your flour. Now, I know about decarboxylating because I used to make edibles from scratch back in the day, and me and my friend, we were like partners, and we had to buy this machine from Amazon. We split it 50-50, and the machine heated up the cannabis to the exact temperature where it activates the THC and gets you high. And we were making these edibles that were so strong, people were like they're too strong. People were saying they were passing out, not being able to take care of their kids, and having to pull over driving because they were getting so messed up off of these edibles that we're making. But that's how I learned about decarboxylating. So basically, also, when you get flour from the dispensary, if you see a small amount of THC, it's because also the cannabis, the THCA can turn into THC just from storing it in a certain temperature. So basically, the hotter the humidity is and the temperature and the the area that you're storing the cannabis, the better chance is that the THCA is going to turn into THC over time and sitting. So that's why if you have a strain, maybe it has like a small amount of THC and it's still a big amount of THCA, is maybe because it was stored for a decent amount or stored at the wrong temperature and it actually started decarboxylating by itself. So I just wanted to do a little bit on THCA. I wasn't sure if maybe some people were having the same thoughts, like getting. I actually wanted to show you guys real quick, so you know. I'm going to show you the label that you'll see on the cannabis that you get from the dispensaries, and you'll see that the THC level is straight up high, and the actual THC level is super low. So I'm going to show you. That top one, that's THC. 25%, you see? THCA. The one all the way at the bottom is 0.9 something. You see that? THCA, 25.16. THC all the way at the bottom, 0.96. Now the reason for that is, I'll just reiterate, is because the high THCA percentage here, that when this is, hold on, so when this is just, this right here does nothing. You can eat it, it will not get you high. But once you put a flame to this, all of that THCA is going to turn into THC, and in turn, it's going to get you fucked up, man. So I just want to do a little video on that. Thought maybe some people can learn about THCA. I learned about it just recently. Figured I would pass it on to you guys. Have a great day, guys. Yo, subscribe to my channel. Leave comments. Let me know what you think. Give me some ideas about some videos or anything that you guys have questions about or may want to learn about. Leave it in the comments, man. Please subscribe to my channel. My name's Chris. This is Blunt Talks. Have a great day. Peace out, guys.